First at 4, tomorrow's election day will cap off an unprecedented voting period. Political experts saying the record early voter turnout in many states underscores the importance of the election.
Now they're pushing for patience as the results begin to roll in Tuesday night, saying delays should be expected and are not necessarily any signs of tampering or trouble. And 2 News reporter Adam Reif is here to explain the signs analysts will be watching for tomorrow evening. Adam.
The record number of absentee voters here in Ohio and across the country will change how we digest election night returns. The state of Ohio has extensive experience with the absentee process, so the results here may be evident tomorrow night, but it could take several days for some other states to count millions of ballots.
My anticipation is that we won't know definitively tomorrow the outcome of the election.
And that's okay, according to David Bodery of the League of Women Voters. He says older voters may be conditioned to expect a decisive winner on election night, but that may not be realistic this year.
I think voters who have lived through the last 3 presidential elections realize that that isn't necessarily the case. And they have no previous history to lead them to believe that it should be the case.
The Ohio Association of Election Officials represents all county boards of elections. Executive Director Aaron Ackerman says Ohio's process is efficient, but that's not the case everywhere.
We know that other states are not allowing their election officials to begin to tabulate or process the absentee ballots they've received to date. And in some cases, like Michigan, that's a substantial number.
Pennsylvania is another state preparing for delayed results. In Ohio, an automatic recount is triggered if the margin of victory is less than 1/4%, or the candidates can request a recount at their own expense. Ackerman is confident every vote will be counted, but a close margin invites scrutiny.
Candidly, the prayer of every election official tonight when they go to bed, if they go to bed, is going to be, please God, don't let it be close.
Bodery says an Ohio winner may be clear Tuesday night, in part because of the reliability of the state's absentee process.
We also have some pretty strong systems in place to help support the communication and delineation of outcomes as the polls close at 7:30.
Now, even before the polls open and close on Election Day, both Republicans and Democrats are projecting confidence in Ohio. Coming up tonight at 5, we'll dig deeper into how each party is preparing for a unique election night and the role the Miami Valley could play. Adam Reif, 2 News, working for you.